Hi everyone, this is Umair Usman, the cognitive consultant. I help people manage their anxiety, their weight, and improve their performance. Today I'm going to talk about a very important topic that I call extreme thinking. Extreme thinking is a facet of the way human beings think, especially during times of uncertainty, during times of crisis, during failure. It's a very common maladaptive thinking pattern. And a lot of people, usually from cognitive behavioral therapy background, will have met clients who face extreme thinking in different situations in life. A very common example of extreme thinking can be when somebody has lost something. Somebody has lost a loved one, somebody has lost money. They usually think extreme thoughts, such as they might say they have lost everything. This is very common. If they've been through a divorce, or they have lost a lover, or a business deal, they might say they've lost everything. The client, the patient who's talking to you and who's saying that they've lost everything is obviously feeling that. And saying that they're losing everything and believing that they've lost everything exaggerates the actual problem and increases the severity of the grief or the anxiety. Another example can be when somebody fails. As I said, failure in an exam, failure in a business deal, failure professionally or business wise. When you face failure, you might think that you will never achieve what you wanted to achieve. You will never get an A grade. You will never get the $1 million deal or whatever. And this is common. It's almost an everyday occurrence for a lot of people. But you understand how a failure might seem like something much, much bigger to someone experiencing extreme thinking. Another example can be when you're giving a public speech. When somebody has to give a public speech and they're very anxious, in their mind, they might be thinking or they might be believing that the outcome will be the worst. They will think of extreme scenarios. People might heckle them, they might be fired from a job for a bad presentation, whatever it is. But their thinking seems to be extreme. But if we go through these examples one by one, we can see that there's no reason for that. Somebody who has lost a lover or been through a divorce has not lost everything. They might be feeling they have, but they have not. And it is important that they shift their focus and realize that they have not, in fact, lost everything. And it's bad. They've lost someone, they've lost a lover, they've had a divorce. It's tough. Yeah, sure, it's really bad. They feel bad. That's fine. But they've not lost everything. Same goes for failure. You go through a business failure, an academic failure. You might feel that you will never get that A grade. But if you challenge that thinking, you know it's not true. Failure does not mean you will never achieve success. The same goes for when you are going for, say, a meeting, a presentation. There is no reason for the outcome to be the worst. There's a very, very, very small, very, very minuscule chance that what a person is going through in their mind will actually happen. We tend to think extreme thoughts. What you have to do then is to stop and recognize if you're feeling anxious, because anxiety is a symptom of extreme thoughts. Fear is a symptom of extreme thoughts. Extreme grief is a symptom of extreme thinking. You have to feel and figure out if you're thinking extreme thoughts and then challenge them. It becomes much easier to work with a therapist or a counselor or a consultant who can help you figure out and help you see your extreme thoughts and then change them. And when you add hypnosis onto that, it becomes even much more easier, much more powerful. So I think that's enough for me today about extreme thinking. So you take care of yourself and figure out, in this time of crisis, are you thinking extreme thoughts? Maybe you are, and maybe you can challenge them. This was Umair Usman, the cognitive consultant, and I will see you next time.